I'm John Herring. I'm the Director of Exploration for Swan Energy and Swan Resources. My job here is to help efficiently find oil. I work with independent geologists, in-house geologists to come up with drilling programs, projects that we're going to drill, and see those through the life cycle from geologists picking a spot through drilling, completion, production of individual wells and fields as a whole. I'm a petroleum engineer by training from Colorado School of Mines. I have a degree in energy economics, I have a degree in energy management, and I have a master's in petroleum engineering. So I have at least educational training in all facets, from the economics of drilling a well to the mechanics of drilling a well. My expertise as an engineer is really developed by spending time in the field, sitting on well sites as wells are drilled, completed, fracked, produced, and spending time with the people that have either grayer or less hair than I do, which I usually defer to in the oil and gas industry that have been doing it for 40, 50 years. Those are the guys that I consider to be the experts. My role is to make the decision of what to drill, not necessarily in what order, but what our drilling inventory looks like. Management above me, then we sit together and make a decision of which wells we're going to drill in what order, but it's my job to always have wells to go drill when we're ready to go drill wells. I spend a lot of time on current projects that are happening in real time and monitoring what's going on in the field. And then I spend time catching up on the last 30 days of production and going and checking for production reports and making sure our partners that are in wells, and whether that be industry or our joint venture partners, are caught up to speed on what's going on in the field and what the status of their projects are. At least a quarter of my time, somewhere between a quarter and 50% of my time, is with the partners, either directly or indirectly. I'm either working on updates, production reports, drilling reports, completion reports on their behalf to be put on the website so they can see them, or I'm talking to partners. The number one question I get is, how much oil is this well going to produce? It's why we're in this business, is to go make oil. As soon as we drill a well, it's how good does it look and what's it going to make? I answer that question carefully because it's really difficult to just look at the evaluation of a well and say it's going to make X number of barrels. We can usually say it's going to make oil or gas, and in commercial quantities. Now, that's not the answer anyone's looking for, but at that stage of the wellbore's life, that's about all we can do. One of the best lessons I learned from my first boss was, you can see about as far down that hole as I can, and a lot of this is wait and see. We need to produce the well. Once it's producing, we know if we have confirmation of a commercial oil or gas well. Once we have 6 months of production, I can at least put a decline curve to it and come up with a reasonably good answer how much well it's going to make. And 12 months and 18 months out, I'm going to have a much better refined answer. So really the steps are, we need to get the well drilled, we need to get it in production, we need to make commercial production, then we need to have some patience to come up with the answer how much this well is going to make. For my role, there's a lot of things that partners don't see. There's a lot that goes into drilling an oil well, drilling a gas well, from land work, legal work, preparation. Quite simply, drilling a well is easy. That's the easy part. Once the rig's out there and you're turning the drill bit to the right and you're making hole, there's still things that can go on there that are a problem, but that's really the easy part. What you don't see is the 6 to 12 months of preparation that goes into that to get all that ready to go be drilled. And then all the preparation and all the work that's going on ongoing between, maybe we made a well, we ran casing, we're ready to complete it, all the work that has to go in the next 2 to 3 weeks that you don't see until that frac job occurs or until the well's completed and tubing's run, rod, string, it's on pump, tank batteries built, gas lines in, and we're making oil and selling gas. So there's just a lot of stuff that partners don't see that happens behind the scene, but I can assure you we are certainly busy. Swan Energy, powering America through partnerships.